Most drivers treat car updates like phone updates. Tap yes and forget it. That works, until it doesn't. Overnight battery drain, frozen screens, even cars that won't start, often right after an update. Reports from JD Power show that vehicles receiving over-the-air updates saw a nearly 14% spike in problems this year. That's not a glitch, it's a growing crisis. You're about to see exactly what these updates are doing to your car and how to check if one has already damaged your car. At the end, I'll share a hidden safe mode trick that takes 30 seconds and can save you thousands in dealer repairs. Let's dive in. The problem nobody's talking about. Here's what's really happening. Car manufacturers are pushing software updates to your vehicle the same way Apple pushes updates to your phone. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. Your phone costs $1,000. Your car costs 40 grand. And when that update fails on your phone, you restart it. When it fails on your car, you're staring at a $3,000 repair bill and a vehicle that won't move. I've seen it firsthand. A 2024 Kia Sportage came into the shop last month. Owner said the dashboard went completely blank while driving on the highway. No speedometer, no fuel gauge, nothing. He pulled over, restarted the car, and it happened again 10 minutes later. Turns out, the car had auto-installed an OTA update the night before. That update corrupted the instrument cluster software. Kia has since recalled over 42,000 vehicles for this exact problem. But here's the kicker. Thousands of drivers are still driving around with that broken update on their cars right now because they don't even know it happened. And Kia isn't alone. Volkswagen recalled vehicles for the same blacked-out gauge issue. Ford has had 153 separate recall actions in 2025 alone, many tied to software failures. One Ford owner told me his truck's rear wheels locked up after an update. Locked up while driving. That's not a convenience issue. That's a safety crisis. The 7 ways OTA updates destroy your car. Let me walk you through exactly what goes wrong. I've categorized the 7 most common failures I'm seeing in my shop right now, and a surprising number of them trace back to a software update the driver didn't ask for. Problem number 7, phantom battery drain. This is the most common one. Your car installs an update overnight. The update process doesn't complete cleanly. Now a background module is stuck in a loop, pulling power from your 12-volt battery while the car is parked. You come out the next morning, dead battery. You jump it, drive to work, come home, dead again. I've replaced batteries on cars with less than 20,000 miles because a module got stuck running after an update and drained it every night. Before you buy a new battery, check your update history first. I'll show you how in a minute. Problem number 6, frozen infotainment screens. You've seen this. You start your car and the center screen is black, or it's frozen on the boot logo, or it flickers and restarts in a loop. Modern cars run everything through that screen. Your climate control, your backup camera, your navigation, even your gear selection display on some models. When the infotainment crashes, you don't just lose your music. You lose access to critical vehicle functions. I had a customer who couldn't turn off her heated seats because the screen was frozen. In July, she drove 45 minutes to the dealer in a 140-degree cabin because there was no physical button to override it. Problem number 5, disabled driver assist features. This one is scary. After certain updates, features like lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, and automatic energy braking can go offline. Sometimes the warning is easy to miss or buried in a message most drivers ignore. You're cruising on the highway trusting your car to brake if something happens, and it won't. I've seen 3 cases this year where drivers lost forward collision warning after an OTA update and didn't find out until they nearly rear-ended someone. Problem number 4, transmission behavior changes. Some updates alter shift positions, throttle response, or torque delivery. Manufacturers call it optimization. Drivers call it, "My car drives weird now." One guy brought in his truck saying the transmission started hunting between gears after an update. Felt like it couldn't decide between third and fourth. That's not a mechanical failure, that's a software calibration that doesn't match his driving conditions. And rolling it back required a dealer visit and $280 in diagnostic fees for a problem the manufacturer created. Problem number 3. Check engine lights triggered by update conflicts. When new software doesn't play nice with existing sensor calibrations, your car throws codes. I've cleared codes on vehicles where nothing was mechanically wrong. The oxygen sensor was fine, the catalytic converter was fine, but the new software expected different voltage thresholds, so it flagged everything as a fault. Owners panic, go to a shop and pay $150 for a diagnosis that says software mismatch. That's $150 for a problem that didn't exist before the update. Problem number 2. Key fob and remote start failures. After updates, some vehicles stop recognizing their own key fobs. The car won't unlock remotely. The push-button start doesn't respond. You're standing in a parking lot holding a $400 key fob that your car treats like a stranger. I've seen this on Hyundai, Kia, and several GM models. The fix is usually a key fob repairing procedure, but most owners don't know how to do it and end up getting towed. Problem number 1. Complete system lockouts. This is the worst case scenario, and it's happening more often than manufacturers admit. The update fails mid-installation. The car's ECU gets stuck between the old software and the new software. Now, the vehicle won't start. It won't even turn over. The onboard computer is essentially bricked. I had a 2025 Chevy Blazer EV towed in because the owner accepted an update before bed. By morning, the car was a $50,000 paperweight. The dealer had to reflash the entire system, which took 3 days because they had to order the software package. 3 days without a car because of an update nobody asked for. How to check if an update damaged your car. So how do you know if an update has already caused damage? Here's my 4-step diagnostic check. You can do this in your driveway in under 10 minutes. Step 1. Check your update history. On most modern vehicles, go to Settings, then System, then Software Update. Look for a log of recent updates. Write down the date and version number of the last update. Now think back. Did any problems start around that date? Battery issues, screen glitches, warning lights? If the timeline matches, you've found your culprit. Step 2. Test your 12-volt battery voltage. Get a basic multimeter. They're $15 at any auto parts store. With the car off, test the battery. You should see 12.4 to 12.7 volts. If it's below 12.2, something's draining it. Start the car, test again. You should see 13.7 to 14.7 volts. If it's lower, your charging system might have been affected by the update. This simple test catches phantom drain before it kills your battery. Step 3. Scan for stored codes. Plug in the OBD2 scanner. Even a $25 Bluetooth one works. Look for pending or stored diagnostic trouble codes. If you see codes that appeared right after an update and your car seems to run fine mechanically, that's a software conflict and not a hardware failure. Don't let a shop charge you $800 to replace a sensor that isn't broken. Step 4. Test every electronic feature manually. I mean everything. Open and close every window. Test the locks, test the remote start. Run the AC, run the heat, check your backup camera, try every drive mode. Test your driver assist features in an empty parking lot. If anything behaves differently than it did before the update, document it and take it to your dealer under warranty. Software-induced failures should be covered. Don't let them charge you. How to revert or block updates. Now, don't want you to know. You can take control of your car's software, and here's how. Trick number 1. Turn off automatic updates. Almost every modern vehicle has this setting buried in the infotainment menu. Go to Settings, then Software Update, then look for Automatic Updates or Auto Install. Turn it off. This forces the car to ask your permission before installing anything. You should treat every update like a decision, not an automatic yes. Read what the update does. Check online forums to see if other owners have had problems with it. If it's been out for 2 weeks with no complaints, then consider installing it. Trick number 2. Use the Safe Mode Reboot. This is the 30-second trick I promised you. Most modern vehicles have a hidden soft reset. On most models, you press and hold the power button on the infotainment screen for 10 to 30 seconds until the screen goes black and restarts. On some vehicles, you hold the volume knob and the tune knob simultaneously. This forces a clean reboot of the head unit without affecting the drivetrain software. If your screen is frozen, glitching, or behaving strangely after an update, try this first. I've fixed about 60% of post-update infotainment issues with just this reset. No dealer visit, no diagnostic fee, $0. Trick number 3. Disconnect the battery to force a hard reset. If the soft reset doesn't work, disconnect the negative terminal of your 12-volt battery for 15 minutes. This clears the volatile memory in most ECU models and forces the system to reinitialize. It won't roll back the update, but it can clear glitches, stuck processes, and phantom battery drains caused by a botched installation. Just remember to have your radio code ready. Some vehicles need it after a battery disconnect. And trick number 4. Request a software rollback at the dealer. Most drivers don't know this, but dealers can flash your car's software back to a previous version. If an update caused a documented problem, you can request a rollback. Use the phrase, "I want the previous calibration restored." They may push back, but if you reference the specific update version and the problems it caused, most service managers will comply. And if your car is under warranty, this should cost you nothing. If they try to charge you for a problem their update caused, ask to see the service bulletin. There's usually one. They know about these issues, they just hope you don't. Now you know exactly what OTA updates are doing to cars, how to diagnose the damage, and how to take control before the next one bricks your vehicle. You're ahead of 90% of drivers who are still blindly clicking install every time their car asks. But software isn't the only thing killing modern cars. In my next video, I expose the 11 symptoms of a blacked out dashboard that 42,000 Kia and VW owners are dealing with right now, and the free fix mechanics charge $400 for. Click the video on screen now before your dashboard goes dark on the highway. And if this video helped you catch a problem before it cost you thousands, then hit that subscribe button and drop a quick comment telling me what car you drive and whether you've had update issues. I read every single one. Your experience might save another driver from the same nightmare.